In this video 8-7 day 2, we're gonna graph a couple more, but we're gonna look at how to write a function or how to describe the movement of a function given the equation. Okay, one thing I want to point out, remember these negatives mean a reflection, but this one when it's out front is reflect over the x-axis. If it is inside, it's a reflection over the y. Okay, and remember we're typically only going to see that for odd roots because we can't take the square root of a negative, so we'll only see that typically for the cube root one. Okay, so this one just says describe each transformation. So we're going to say it in order. So this is left, start with what's underneath, left 8. Because this is 1/2, it's going to compress, and then it's going to go down 4. So we're just going to write that in words. So first is left 8. 2 is vertical compression by a factor of 1/2. So that means all the y values get multiplied by 1/2. And then third, we would go down 4. Okay, g of x. Same thing. So we would start with inside. So this one would move right 3. Second is this multiplication, which is outside. So it's a reflection over the x-axis. And then lastly, we would move that vertical shift of down 1. Okay, so now we're going to be given an expression and we want to write the function for g. Okay, so here's the parent function. It's reflected across the y-axis, then translated up 3. So they want me to use g, so I'm going to use g of x. Okay, so reflect across the y means the negative has to be inside. So it's going to look like this. Cube root of negative x. And then up 3, so we're going to put the 3 outside of the square root. Okay? This one is square root of x is the parent function. Reflected across the x-axis, compressed vertically by a factor of 1/5, translated right 2 units. Okay, so right is going to be within Okay, so translated right is going to be inside the square root, opposite of what we think. Oh, sorry, not right 5, right 2. Okay, all right, reflected across the x means the negative is out front, but there's also this vertical compression of 1/5. Okay, and then we don't move up or down at all, so this is our function. Okay. So these ones we're going to graph. So parent function here is square root of x. This one does have the negative inside. It's okay as long as x is negative. So for example, I could have negative 2, and that's okay. I'm going to get a positive outcome. Okay, so I'm going to start with my parent function. So we've got 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2. Okay, so there's my parent function. This is going to reflect over the y-axis and then down 2. Reflect over the y-axis, doesn't move. Down 2. Reflect over the y-axis, down 2. Reflect over the y-axis, down 2. So this one is going to look like that. So then my domain is now -infinity up to 0 for the x values. And then the range, my lowest value is -2. And then it goes up to positive infinity. Okay, here cube root is my parent function, so I'm going to put my cube root values out here. Okay, so this one is going to move right 3 and multiply the y's by -4. So that includes reflecting over the x-axis. Okay. So here I'm going to start with 0, 0. So we got right 3, and then multiply by -4, still going to be there. Right 3, 1, 2, 3, multiply that y value by -4, so it's going to put me down at -4. Okay? This one, right 3, multiplied by -4 is going to put me up at +4. I could probably do this one. 1, 2, 3. No, actually I won't be able to. I'm going to be off the graph with these ones. So this guy gets a lot steeper. When it gets multiplied by -4. That makes it a lot steeper. Okay, so domain for any cubic function is all reals. Same for the range. Range is also all real numbers. All right. This one, another way I could write this is -x plus 1 and then +3. So this is going to left 1, reflect, and then up 3. So this is a square root 1 to start with. So again, I'm just going to put some parent points here. Okay, so we are going to go left 1, reflect, and then up 3. Left 1, reflect, up 3. Left 1, reflect, up 3. Okay, so this one got, because of that reflection, got turned upside down. Domain, my x leftmost value is -1 due to that horizontal shift left. The range, the highest y value I ever get is 1, 2, 3 because that vertical shift up 3. But because of the reflection, I have some negative values here. So it goes from -infinity up to +3. All right, guys, I believe that's it. Thanks for watching.